Good morning, I'm here in South Burlington, Vermont. I'm going to be doing a hive extraction of this oak tree here. Well, it might not actually be an oak tree. Not exactly sure what kind of tree it is, but you can see the bees flying around pretty heavily right there. That broken branches. We're going to delimb the tree. This excavator to lower down the trunk. I'm going to open it up with a chainsaw and start sucking the bees out with my bee vac. I thought he was going to cut the base first.
No, he wants to keep the base on, and then we'll go down a lot slower.
Oh, he wants to leave the root ball on.
That's what he wants to try.
Oh, okay. So I guess what we're doing is they're digging out the base of the tree, leaving the root ball on. We'll lower it down a little bit slower. In the interesting process. That rot down the bottom. Getting ready to run TC. Yeah. Yeah, they're all the way in there. They've got.
Yeah, I think you want to keep going, but just dig around it more and.
Yeah, you can see all the bees in the bottom.
Bees put it. The bees are there more around.
Ripping it. Shit. That's gonna make a mess. Those bees are just pouring out of there like crazy. There it goes. This is well after the fact. I'm going to give a little bit of a recap as to what happened in between the process from when the tree was knocked over and to the video clip that you're going to see following this recap. Essentially what I did is I took an electric chainsaw and I flayed open the base of the log, kind of like opening up a casket. I cut lengthwise along both ends and then cut across the quarters and essentially lifted off that section of the log pretty much like a door hinge swinging open. And once I was able to expose that, what you see following in this clip is that open space with the log opened up, and you can see the honeycomb and all the bees and activity going on inside that, and along with the considerable amount of mess that pushing the tree over caused. A lot of the honeycomb collapsed because usually it hangs straight up and down, but when you push something over like that, the honeycomb compresses in on itself. Luckily, all the bees came out okay, and I'll have some video clips coming up describing that process. Well, as you can see, I got the log cut open, and I opened it up like a coffin. Pretty sizable hive in there, a decent amount of honeycomb. I got my bee vac all set up. My smoker's going. The little electric chainsaw gave me nice control. I guess for once I ought to be in one of my videos, so here I am. Hi. But essentially what you do is you just get the suction really good on the vacuum and just start sucking them up until there's no bees left. I've made some progress. I got all the bees out of that one section of log. The majority of them are sucked up from that one. I'm working through the honeycomb on this section, clean them up as I go through the layers, trying to be as gentle as possible. It's going to take me probably another hour or so. You can see there was a lot of debris left over from the rot. This could end up being a very large tree over time. But this hive was doing real good. Unfortunately, it was in the wrong construction site. I got all the honeycomb and bees extracted out of that log. The clip that you're going to see next is a bucket full of the propolis covered wood, leftover honeycomb, the dirty honeycomb, some brood comb that was just too damaged to restock into a hive. And I'm going to put that off to the side of my bee yard and let the bees clean it out. It's too dirty to use as an actual honey source for bottling. But it is good enough for feed for the bees, and it'll take them a little while to go through it all, but they will eventually suck it all down and use that to feed their brood. Halfway full of honeycomb that's mixed between brood comb that I just wasn't able to do up the way that I wanted to. It was just too mixed in with the honey. And honeycomb that is fairly full, some of it new, some of it old, but altogether there's about 100 pounds there. I'm leaving the lid off. And within the next few hours, the other bee hives in the yard will locate where this honey is at, and they'll be all over it. And I suspect that within just a couple of days, they're going to rob this out fairly quickly and reprocess that dirty honey. And it will be nice and clean after going through the bee's gut. It'll get disinfected, but mostly it's just got sawdust in it and rotten wood dust. Nothing particularly harmful. Alright, step by step, I managed to vacuum up all the bees. I'm fairly certain I got the queen. They're behaving in such a way that I think it's highly likely. This is my bee vac down there. The flip top lid is open for ventilation. The valve is shut. I've got a hive box deep on the top with several frames of empty honeycomb and one frame of brood from another hive. I figure the scent of the brood will draw the bees up out of the box and into the brood box. That is my hope. I'm going to check on them later on tonight and see how things are going. I don't want them to sit down in the box down below and get overheated. Hopefully the ventilation will help them out with that issue. The extraction went fairly well. I might go back tomorrow morning to see how many stragglers are there. If there's a good number, I'll catch them and bring them back here. I'm going to walk over to the honey box, give you guys an idea of what my bee yard looks like. I'm up to 17 hives now. More than likely by the end of the year, later on this summer, I'll be able to. One final message. I just wanted to say one last thing. Thank you for watching this video. Please stay in touch with the Shaman's Touch. Apiaries. Cabot, Vermont. I'm signing off for now. I'm going to go jump in a pool. No, actually I'm going to go jump in the pond because I am hot and it's been a very, very long day. Office right here. I'm in the process of moving. So I've got things boxed up and all over the place. But anyways, I just wanted to give a shout out to SD Ireland company located in Burlington, Vermont, for participating in being good community stewards. I really do appreciate the fact that they were willing to call me and work with me to find a way to solve the problem with their honeybee hive that they needed removed from the property. They could have called a pest control company to have it exterminated, but they chose to be good environmental stewards. They're doing their part to show their appreciation and care for conserving honeybees. I think that's a great thing. I look forward to working with them in the future should they need my services. So for any other companies or any other individuals out there, should you happen to come across a wild honeybee hive or a wild swarm of honeybees, please call a professional beekeeper and have them come take care of it. It's Don't spray them with water, don't spray them with pesticides. We need all our bees to stay alive as best as possible. It's important to our food crops, it's important to our civilization, and it's a sacred responsibility. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I will have more in the future relating to this subject and other subject matters. Once again, thank you SD Ireland for being community stewards and giving me a call. I definitely do appreciate it. Thank you very much and have a good night.